Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Horror Movie Review with Daniel Richardson. And yes, this week we're going to hit yet another classic. We're just hitting all the big ones. We're hitting all the main eventers. This is Rosemary's Baby. Yes. But you know what? Let's save that for the main course. Let's get the appetizers out of the way first. In the news this week, apparently they're going to be rebooting, whatever you want to call it, Urban Legends. Didn't really think we needed that. Is that really like an IP that really needs to be redone or whatever? I don't know. I just feel like, do we need another Urban Legends? I don't think so. And I don't. They had the who fucking had their. I forget who it was that is right or who's doing it. Whoever it was, anybody that I recognize or can pull from the memory warehouse too quickly. But either way, they're like, it's going to be a slasher, it's going to be updated to the digital age and blah, blah, yeah. And I was like, we already had that a couple times. Unfriended and, what was the other one? Friend Request? Was that it? The idea of trying to incorporate, like, social media, because that's what this is going to be about, like, urban legends you find online. So I guess someone's going to be killing people, and then they're going to be doing it in the style, like, Slender Man or Jeff the Killer or some bullshit like that. And I'm just like, we keep trying to make internet scary movies, and it hasn't worked out yet. Like, what was, like, the last really good, like, technology-based horror film? Was it The Ring? And that was VHS? Seriously, you guys think of another one? One Missed Call, maybe? The original, not the remake. Yeah, that was after The Ring. That was like 04, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll go One Missed Call, cell phones. That was it. That was like the last like really good like technology-based horror film. So the fact that we're doing this Urban Legends, but it's going to be updated for the digital world, fuck off. That just sounds sounds kind of ridiculous, if I'm being honest. So we finally got a release date for the film The Hunt. For those of you who can remember, The Hunt was this movie that was supposed to come out like last year, September, I believe. I think it was actually pushed back twice, if I'm not mistaken. But I know for a fact, September was going to be the release date. And unfortunately, there was these national shootings that kept happening, and they kept pushing it back. And they didn't, in poor taste. I think if anything else, that's what you should really do it for. Is more, I guess, be in poor taste to release. But then it's just like, I don't know. I've never been that person who thinks, like, cinema violence equates real violence. But at the same time, and I don't even know if the movie's going to be fully like that. I mean, it's no different than, like, Hunger Games. I guess except we got adults and, whatever. But I guess the plot of it was these conservatives get kidnapped, and they're being hunted by the liberals. Which, then, I thought the liberals were against gun control, or they were for gun control, so, I mean, and not really the biggest hunter. You don't really see too many liberal hunters, I don't think. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's a stereotype, too. Maybe there are liberals out there who's just like, you know what, I like hunting. We do bow and arrows and shit. We get rid of the guns. Anyway, they get hunted down one by one, and then these guys have to, like, band together to try to fight their liberal villains or whatever. But either way, it got pushed, it got shelved. And I guess they're going to release it finally in March. And that's the campaign they're going with like the movie that was so controversial that, it got shut down, which I think is fucking brilliant, because that's exactly how I'd be doing it right there. I don't know why most people don't just do that. Every time that, we get shelved or pushed back multiple times, usually that's never the reason. It's like, it's too hardcore or whatever. It's usually just, the movie sucks, and they're like, fuck, we gotta push it out there. We can't compete against Transformers, fuck that. Dump it in January or whatever. They keep pushing it back, to a worse place. And I'm like, I would just use that to my advantage. I would just be like, oh no, this movie is so fucking, hardcore, so controversial. Like, this is so violent that I don't want you to see it. That's how I do it. I mean, they're doing exactly that. But I want to see it. I think it looks like a fun movie. I didn't even think it was going to be a political satire or whatever, but apparently they're laying that on thick. So we'll have to wait and see, I suppose. Excuse me. And then this past week, the commercials came out for True Terror with Robert Englund. It's his new show on, I think it's a Travel Channel, if I'm not mistaken. It's like Unsolved Mysteries, but, with supernatural elements, I guess. They're just going through all the reported cases in history of unexplained mysteries, I guess. It's all mysteries. Like I said, it literally is that, just, like for the horror crowd. The Axeman of New Orleans is like the one that really stuck out for me, but I mean, there's also like bog monsters and UFOs and all that kind of shit. Which I'm down for. I'm always down for that. It's cool. Got Robert Englund doing it and everything. Speaking of Robert Englund, they talked to him again, and he's the guy that goes back and forth quite a bit as far as like if he's going to play Freddy again. Because everybody was asking, like, even when the movie's not going to be done, would you play Freddy again? And he's usually no, but every now and then you'll get him where he's just like, absolutely, I'll definitely play for Freddy again. And then he'll turn around and be like, next week, no, I don't want to do it for you. Anyway, sorry, got rambling there for a second. But no, try to tie my point back to this. But what's going on though is the Nightmare on Elm Street rights have reverted back to the Craven estate. New Line Cinema, had them for fucking ever. We hadn't had a a Nightmare on Elm Street movie since 2010, and so for 10 years didn't do dick with them. And now they lost the rights, and it's gone back to the Craven estate because Wes Craven unfortunately passed away. And anyway, they were asking him again, if he wanted to. He said no, but then it was almost just like a no because it's not going to happen. It didn't seem like he said no because he didn't want to do it again. It's just more like, you throw enough money at him, he'll do it. But that's my thing. Is like, why did it take so long to do? Like, why do companies do this? This happened to like, what was it, Weinstein or Miramax, or it was something. They had the rights to Hellraiser, and they just kept letting it lapse. And it's like, you guys got like, you gotta hire someone in the office that has like one job, watch the rights, and just kind of give those reminders. Hey guys, 3 more years, we got the Nightmare on Elm Street. Better do something quickly. And they're like, guys, we got a year. We're gonna lose these rights. We'll get it. Don't worry about that. Guys, next week we're losing the rights. We're like, oh shit, we lost. I just don't get it. It just seems like these. I don't know. Can we not crank these out faster? Like, what the fuck? Like, what the actual fuck? Man, I love people who try to defend the 2010 remake. There's no defending it, and not only that, it fucking killed the franchise as we know it. No word yet if there is going to be another reboot or around the corner or whatever. Because I mean, once again, no studio actually owns it now. I don't know who comprises the Craven estate. I don't know if he had a wife that survived, or survived him or whatever. I know his son Jonathan, he's a screenwriter, typically doing remakes of his father's work. But yeah, so like I said, no idea if we're gonna get it keep wanting to say Friday 13th. 'Cause that's another one of those series that's kind of lost in limbo, if you will. But no, Nightmare on Elm Street. Don't know if we're gonna get another one or not. But yeah, hopefully we do. And this past week, finally, we get the Stranger Things Season 4 teaser trailer. Wasn't much of a trailer, it was just like a scene. Like, they didn't even have like a title or anything on it. It was just like, this is it. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, skip ahead like 30 seconds or so, because I want to talk about the 50-second trailer here, or teaser. Basically, it shows the Russian work camp, and we see Hopper. Still alive, but head shaved down. I was kind of surprised that we see him. And don't get it twisted, I wasn't surprised that he survived. We knew he survived. Completely. Even if the American they referred to at the Russian camp wasn't him, it was like, nah, he survived. He got like transported in that beam somehow. Fucking Stranger Thing, it's science, it's weird. Doesn't matter. He found a way out. So that's not why. I'm just actually shocked that they literally, like right off the bat, the very first glimpse that we get of season 4, there's like, oh, Hopper's still alive. It's almost like they're afraid you're gonna like not watch if he's not there, and they're like, oh no, he's here, here it is, relax. So I don't know, but I'm pumped to see it. I like Stranger Things. I like it better than that Lock and Key. I still can't get through that. I've watched 2 episodes. I was hoping this was gonna be awesome, and 2 episodes in, I just can't find the motivation to watch episode 3. Maybe it gets better. I don't know, but. Anyways, but yeah, Stranger Things Season 4, they're currently filming it, and yeah, I guess they quickly got one scene shot, and they're like, fuck it, release it, give them a teaser, give them a little taste of this, so that's that. Alright guys, we're going to move on now to the Villain Showdown. A couple weeks ago, we had Ghostface going up against Candyman, and the votes are in, and wow, not even close. Candyman won. Big shock. Everybody pretty much saying the same thing I said. He's supernatural, and no matter what combination or what group or pairing of Ghostface you can get all of them together. It ain't gonna matter. Candyman's gonna dice those fuckers up. So Candyman wins, moves on to the next round. This week, it's a ridiculous pairing, but I love it. This week, we got Cujo going up against Annabelle. What the fuck? It's great. I'd pay to see that crossover. I want to see that crossover movie. Let's bring Cujo into the Conjuring verse. Alright, so Cujo's up first. He got one movie. That's it. That's it. No remake, no sequels, no spin-offs. That's it. Just his single movie. His movie Cujo. His strength is he's a big-ass dog with sharp teeth, and he has rabies, and he's pissed off, and he'll attack you. That's just what he does. He fucking bites you. He'll try to rip your throat out, and he will succeed as long as you don't get locked in a car or something. Weakness is he's a dog. I mean, he's mortal. He's angry, but if you literally, if you knew you had to fight Cujo, you could plan for it, you can just bring a gun and beat him pretty quickly. Just boom, shit. You wouldn't feel bad because he has rabies. He's gonna rip your throat out. So when he's charging at it, you can be like, all right, I don't want to kill a dog, but I'll have to. Bang, Cujo gone. So yeah, that's not much to really say about Cujo here. Annabelle, on the other hand, we got a little bit to say about her. She's from the Annabelle films, Conjuring verse, if you will, because she's actually been featured in several Conjuring movies now. Basically she's a demon. It's not even a she, it's a demon. It's a demon who has pretty much latched onto this doll. Just becomes fixated. I want to know why the demon's just so fixated with this one doll. You'd think he could just jump. And he does. I mean, he possesses people throughout the series and whatnot. But for whatever, he comes back to this doll every single time. I love it. But anyways, yeah. Strengths, it's a fucking demon. I mean, it literally has supernatural powers to possess, powers to levitate shit and do other spooky shit and just fuck with you in general. The cons, it literally, holy water, I guess. They locked the doll in the closet with just, Bible pages and a crucifix, and it, works. You can't move. Immobile. That's how you beat this thing. You just, literally you powerbomb that doll right into some holy water, that fucking ends that shit pretty quickly. I'm sure the demon can just let go of the doll and then come at you a different way, but still, yeah, it doesn't seem to want to do that in these movies, so you got Cujo going up against Annabelle. Who's gonna win? Will Annabelle just be like, fuck you, demon-possessed dog now. Game over. Or is Cujo just going to ragdoll Annabelle? That's the visual I want to see. Just him ragdolling the doll, just tearing it up with his teeth, and that's it. Just walks away. Who knows? Guys, give me some funny stories. I love it. I love hearing your guys' scenarios. Drop that shit down below. And next week we'll have the results to last week's match. That's how we do things here. The way I record these in advance, we gotta do it that way. So, anyways, we're gonna move on now to what's coming out soon. Next week we got the Invisible Man. Basically, this guy who is an abusive dick, and he's a guy, so of course we hate him. He beats up his girlfriend, and she runs away. So then he kills himself, or so you think. And she inherits his fortune. And when she goes back, he turns himself invisible, and he's just gonna fuck with her now. I just love that in the trailer, right off the bat, she's just skeptical of everything. Right off the bat, they're like, he's dead. He's like, no, he's alive. And they're like, yeah, no, he's dead. Even though we as an audience knows he's not, she just automatically just nope, no official documents and coroner's report and anything's gonna prove me otherwise, really? And then it's he turned himself, she just knows he turned himself invisible. Forget this thinking, cause I think of myself, legitimately, I'm in that movie. It's real. And I'm sitting here, and I pissed off an ex-girlfriend, and I ran away because she was abusing me. And then I get reports she killed herself, but left me a big fortune. And I go up, and bam, I'm being haunted and everything else, and she's just, attacking me, invisible form. I'm not a believer of ghosts, but I'm believing right there. I would believe ghosts before I would that he turned himself, or she turned herself invisible, and she goes right to that. She's just nope, he's invisible. Not a ghost. I don't believe in hauntings. I'll believe invisible people though. Fuck off. I don't know. I'm just not really looking forward to this, even though it is directed by Lee Wendell. Did he pronounce his name? Lee Wendell? Dude who, he was like James Wan's partner for like ever. He did like the Saw movies, Dead Silence, Insidious. He wrote all the Insidious and then he like directed like 3, I think. I think is what he directed. Good guy! And he did that movie recently where like the guy's like programmed, like he's a normal guy, but he's a video game now or something. I don't know. Basically, he turned into like Jason Bourne and shit. Like he just, I don't know. Anyways, he did that movie, and I hear great things about it. Didn't watch it. This one I just don't care about. I like that they're trying to push forward with the Dark Universe, even though now it's not officially called the Dark Universe. But it's like, just don't care. Hollow Man. I feel like Hollow Man is all I ever needed when it came to Invisible Man remakes. And Hollow Man was awesome. Plain and simple. Brilliant. Do we need a sequel? There was a straight-to-video sequel that we just didn't need. And now they're redoing it here. I hope it does good. I don't want to see it fail, because I would like to see Blumhouse move forward. I mean, they're resurrecting everything else. So if we could somehow get the Dark Universe via Blumhouse, fuck it, let's do it. And just the trailer don't look good to me. I'm watching it just going, this was just so much better than Hollow Man. And that was like literally like 20 years ago almost. So it's like, man. But anyways, let me know what you guys think. By the time you watch this, I know this ain't like regular TV. This is YouTube. You guys may be watching this 10 years from now. So if you watched it, let me know what you thought. Comment section down below. And if you haven't seen it yet and you heard about it, what do you think about it? You think it's going to be good? It might just be a dick. Is that what it is? It's very possible, because it looks like shit. It looks boring and just dull. And the fact that she's just like hip and smart to everything already. Right out the gate, she's just like, he's not dead, he's invisible, and I know this, he's driving people crazy. It's like, really? Alright. I'm sure she'll figure a quick way out of it. We'll have this shit wrapped up in 80 minutes. Hopefully. But anyways, yeah, it's coming out. So guys, let's go on now to our main review. I'm talking about 1968's Rosemary's Baby. A story about a young couple that move into an apartment complex only to find out that they have some weird-ass neighbors. And then, of course, she becomes pregnant. She don't really remember becoming pregnant. And then, of course, turns out that she may be having Satan's baby. Or is she? Could this be paranoia? We don't know yet. This movie, I fucking love. I remember, and I did a review for the show, so remember The Exorcist. They had a lot of hype built up around it, and whenever I watched it as a kid, I just didn't care for it. I wasn't big on it. Now, over time, The Exorcist has grown on me significantly, but at the time, didn't care for it. And so, when I watched Rosemary's Baby, I was kind of afraid it was going to be the same thing. This may just be a reversal of expectations, because Rosemary's Baby was always how I always heard it described as the horror movie with no horror in it. Like, it is just like a straight-up psychological drama. It deals with supernatural, obviously, but it's like there's nothing that really happened. It is just a dramatic story unfolding. There's no action, except for I guess the demon rape scene. But we'll get to that here in a little bit. So I mean, as a kid, or as a young adult, I was just like, But it's one of the big three when it comes to demon movies or devil movies. We'll say devil movies. Exorcist, Omen, Rosemary's Baby. And I've already seen The Omen, I loved it, and The Exorcist was already crossed off. So the only one left was Rosemary's Baby. And it was the oldest of the three. So I was just like, shit. I don't know how it's going to be. And then I watched it. And I loved it. It really is just a great story. And I love, once again, it's so simple. Roman Polanski, he did this with like Repulsion and The Tenet? Is that what it was? No, it wasn't a Tenet. Was it Tenet? I think so. He did like 3 films, including Rosemary's Baby, where it's just like a person going mad inside their apartment. And for whatever reason, but they're going mad. And it's a formula that has literally been done to death since. I have noticed, because I watch a lot of just underground, B-rated horror films. And a lot of times you'll see, they'll do the movie where it's like a person just in their apartment. And don't get me wrong, I'm not making fun of the concept. It's a brilliant concept. People try to go high art with their low-budget horror films, and they're like, we'll make it more like a character study. And usually you just get people who can't act, and it makes it worse or whatever, but they always do the person alone in their apartment going crazy. But guess what? Polanski did 3 times, and he nailed it every time. There's no need to make this movie anymore, but yet people do it every fucking year. So there's a new movie coming out where I'm in my apartment, I'm going crazy. Some of them just rip off the movies themselves. I mean, literally, what was I watching the other day? Like, Apartment 212, is that it? Is that the one? No, the Sublet. That's what it was. It was literally like they just ripped off Rosemary's Baby, just took out the devil-worshipping neighbors. Everything else, though, is like her going crazy. Is the house haunted? I don't know. And she's going insane, and her husband doesn't give a shit. He's off doing his... He's actually an actor, I think, too. Didn't matter. Yeah, this has been duplicated a million times, and not to the success of Rosemary's Baby. I guess I'll... instead of going through everything beat by beat, let me just tell you, my feelings of it, and we can move on. This movie... I don't know. It's funny, because, I've never been that guy to sympathize with villains. I hear people say it a lot, like, I watch Friday the 13th movies to see the kills. And it's like, that's a small part of it, but, like, I root for the kid, no matter how dumb they may be. On a certain level, we can all relate to going into the woods, just getting high, getting laid, having a good time. And you don't want to, have that come to an end with some, psychotic killer in a hockey mask. So, like, I'm rooting for the kids. Like, even though, like, clearly they're investigating the noise or they're getting stoned and having unprotected sex at, like, 17 or whatever, you're still just like, you guys are making dumb choices, but goddamn, I hope you make it out of here alive. And they don't, but, whatever. I rarely vote for the bad guys. Like, I just don't do that. The closest I would ever come, I guess, was, like, Devil's Rejects. And even then, I'm conflicted about it. I'm like, shit, they're charismatic and I like them, but... they are psychotic killers who are butchering innocent people. It's that fine line. This is one of the few movies where I am solely on the Satanist side. No matter when I watched it. Even back when I was still in the agnostic camp, where I was just like, there may be a God, I don't know. And I watched this movie and I'm just like, no, fuck it, I'm on the Satanist side. Like, it's just like, they seem like normal people, they're good people. Granted, they're doing some fucked up shit, but I'm just like, if you're Rosemary in a situation, like, fuck it. They already got you pregnant. They're going to take care of you financially. It's like, yeah, sure, you're raising Satan's kid and he's going to grow up and become the Antichrist. But it's like, And, like, as I watch this movie, even now, I kind of watching it earlier, and I'm thinking to myself, like, Rosemary, shut your fucking mouth. Just quit fucking questioning shit. It's okay. You're going to give birth to, Satan's kid. Just let it happen naturally. Like, I am clearly, like, on the husband's side. I am on the neighbor's side. Like, I'm just like, yes, let this happen, Rosemary. Quit being selfish. Quit trying to think about you and your kid. This is for the greater good. And that sounds horrible. And it's not even a joke. I am literally, like, I'm not on the demon side on The Exorcist. I'm not on Damien's side on The Omen. I'm on, Mr. Thorne's side. Yes, stab the kid. He's the Antichrist. But for some reason, I watched this movie. Just this movie. And I'm on their side. Where I'm just like, Rosemary, just drink the fucking shake, eat the cake, and shut your fucking mouth. Just stop. Stop doing your thing. And just obey your husband. God damn it. I know it comes out being like a sexist dick, but it's like, come on. They're taking care of everything for you. This is like the most stress-free pregnancy, and you're just making it way worse than it really should be. Nah. And it's like, even if you don't want to keep the kid at the end, they're okay with that. You can literally just be like, I don't want the kid. And they'll be like, okay, no problem. You're still financially compensated. As long as you're not going to cause problems for them and their issues, they won't come after you. You're fine. I don't know. I feel like they got really lucky. I can only hope the first kid we have is going through that. There's like, hey, we'll give you some money. We want Satan's kid. Like, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, no, go ahead. I'll step out. I'll step out for a little bit. I'll wear the robe and chant, whatever you need to do. Like, you're going to make me a big star and I get tons of money for it. And all I got to do is give that kid, yeah, fuck it. Antichrist. Like, if you say no, they're going to kill you, right? So it's like, fuck, I'll play ball. I don't have that many morals or issues or, standards. I'm like, fuck it. I'll play ball with you guys. Now, if I don't know the kid, and then, he becomes Damien, and I adopt him, it's like, oh, shit, he's the Antichrist. Like, oh, got to stab him with the daggers. What do you got to do? If my kid becomes possessed, then, yes, I'm calling Father Marin up, like, all right, I got to throw some holy water on this kid. No, he's masturbating of a cross. Getting embarrassing. Can't have guests. Come over there. He pees out there on the carpet. Fuck. Hate this kid. Fucking, get the demon out of him. But Rosemary's Baby, on board all the way, the entire time. Just like, yep, let's do it. The movie's just great. Like, I mean, I can't say enough about it. And surprisingly, it's produced by William Castle. This is a fact I didn't know until, like, years later. Because, I mean, I've heard the name William Castle, and I was aware of the movies he did. I just didn't make a connection that this is the same William Castle. William Castle, for those who don't know, he was, like, the carny filmmaker from, like, the 50s and 60s. He did films like House on Haunted Hill, 13 Ghosts, the originals, you know. And all his movies, like The Tingler, they all have, like, gimmicks one way or another, and they, you know, they're considered classics. But I mean, I think anybody look at them and be like, these are great movies. They're not. They were really bad movies, but they're great because they're so bad, or because of the gimmicks, or because Vincent Price is doing his all. Like, even no matter how bad the movie could be, Vincent Price is still awesome in it, and he's like, oh no, I'm gonna break my A game no matter what. Like, I don't care how cheesy this movie is. You're getting Vincent Price, you know, at a good price. But he's the producer. And it's just fun because you're just like, wow, like, this isn't a cheesy, bad, you know, B horror film. Like, this is classy. This is good. This is good. That's the main thing. It's good. And anybody out there who's just like disagreeing right now, let's compare this to any of his directed films. You can't. It's apples and oranges. It really is. He has his own little Hitchcock cameo. He's the guy who is outside the phone booth whenever Rosemary is trying to call Dr. Hill and trying to make the appointment and everything, and then, you know, there's a guy out there, he's like, who's that? And he turns around, like, oh, that's just William Castle smoking his cigar, and she still freaks out and runs away, because you would, it's William Castle, he's a weird guy. Roman Polanski directed this, he did an incredible job. Mia Farrow as Rosemary, she just great. I mean, you know, there's nothing just mediocre about this movie. This movie is just great throughout. Highly recommend. If you have not seen Rosemary's Baby, check it out. Anything said, I just love how they portray Satanists in here, because they're just normal people. And I think that's what freaks Christians out the most. Because you ask any typical Christian, you know, what's your depiction of a Satanist or a devil worshiper? And it's always like young teenagers with black makeup and pasty white skin, and, you know, they're carving fucking pentagrams in their chest and shit, and drinking goat's blood and trying to, you know, whatever. That's the textbook definition of a Satanist. And here, nope, they're just regular old people hanging out in the apartment. And even, like, during the ceremony, like, you know, during the ceremonies, like, yeah, they're naked and they're wearing robes or whatever. But, like, the after party, when they're, you know, the birth of the kid, what was the kid's name? Shit. Aiden? Something like that. It wasn't Damien. It's just like, I feel like if you're all back and giving birth to the kid, just go Damien. Like, at this point, like, Satan comes to me, he's like, Daniel, you know, we need to take your firstborn. He's going to be, you know, my kid. I'm like, yeah, fine. Or we're calling him Damien. He's like, oh, no, it's Adrian. I'm like, no. It's fucking Damien. Like, that's the only name I will accept as the Antichrist. Damien. And I don't care what his last name could be, but the middle name's definitely going to be Thorn. Like, how could you not do that, you know? Anyways, no, this movie's just fucking perfect. Check it out. If you have not seen it, check it out. You know, if you're a fan of, like, slow burning, I mean, I use the term way too much because it's making a big comeback right now. But art horror, you know, this would be right at home with, like, Hereditary or Midsummer. You know, one of those kind of movies that just unfolds and it's just well done. I mean, this does not feel like a B movie at all. It really is. It fits right at home at like some kind of art house cinema or whatever, or theater. So I just feel, I don't know. It won't be for everybody. Like, I have friends who are hardcore, like, gore hounds. I would never recommend Rosemary's Baby to them because they'd be bored. Like 5 minutes in, they'd be like, what's going on? I do love the dream sequence, the Satan rape scene, if you will. Hey, how do they get Satan there? Like, I want to see this from, like, the husband's perspective. Like, we see it through Rosemary's eyes. Because, like, she's so out of it, and, like, dream is blending with reality. So, like, she thinks she's on a boat at one point, and then she gets dragged underneath the boat, and there's just a mattress in the middle of this random floor. And it's just like, I want to see, you know, what was the guy? That was that guy. I want to see a movie. I want to see a remake of Rosemary's Baby, but from Guy's perspective. Where just like that first night, like how that first like conversation go, where he's talking to the old Satanist. He's just like, oh, by the way, I'm a Satanist. Do you want to be famous? Like, you're a struggling actor, and I can tell you just want to be the top guy. Like, you want to be Marlon Brando, huh? Well, I'll tell you what. Give us your firstborn. Okay, I want to see that play out. Like, I feel like we always see it from, like, every time they do this movie or do movies like this, we always see it from the victim's perspective. I want to see it from the other side. I want to see those conversations go down. Every time, like, Rosemary's, like, doing something she's not supposed to, guy runs across, I was like, oh, she's not taking a shake. What are we going to do? Yeah, I want to see that scene. I want to see him there, and, like, this goat creature shows up, and he's like, hey, guy, I'm going to fuck your wife now. He's like, all right. That's a stand. I have to watch this? Like, this is uncomfortable for me. Like, I'm not that bad of a guy. I don't want to, watch this go, all right, fuck it. I'll check it out, I guess. She gets scraped up pretty bad. We see the aftermath of, Mia Farrow all scratched up. Like, this Satan, he's not a tender lover. He's pretty brutal. I want to see that scene. Like, legit. I don't want to see it from, like, her perspective. But anyways, I'm rambling too much. I think we did enough on this. Rosemary's Baby, another 5-star classic, 4-star classic, whatever the star rating is. Thumbs up, A+, whatever your 10 out of 10, 100%, whatever you gotta do. It's that. It deserves everything. It gets to all the acclaim that comes with it. They did do a TV miniseries remake. It had the girl from Avatar and Guardians of the Galaxy, Zoe Saldana. It has Zoe in it. I didn't watch it. That's how you take power away from remakes. You just don't watch them. You just don't. And I have no desire to see a remake to Rosemary's Baby. It's perfect the way it is. No need to redo it. No way to duplicate that, So, anyways, that's it. Check it out. That's all I got, guys. Thank you for joining me. Till next time. Oh shit! Didn't always run. Sorry. Hi. Thank you for watching that video. Be sure to give us a thumbs up, share it, subscribe to our channel. All that good stuff you do right here on YouTube. Go ahead and do it. Check out our other videos. Go to our playlist. We got episodes of TPS TV, Journey Through the Dark Side. We got a new show coming out, the horror movie review with Daniel Richardson. This guy. And of course, our short film, Entropy. You can find all that and more right here on YouTube. And then check out, yeah, look at that. All of our social media right there. And we don't just, copy and paste like the same post and put it on all. No, that's ridiculous. 3 different platforms, 3 different posts. I mean, the behind the scenes stuff you see on Twitter will not be the same stuff you see on Instagram. So there you go, right there. So be sure to give us a follow and a like on all that right there. Keep up to date. Have you seen Unsequel Acts yet? No? Come on. Pick you up the DVD right now. Links over there. Oh, yeah. It's only $7. $3 shipping and handling. And of course, if you've already seen it and you haven't seen the Public Domain Dungeon yet, boom, $5 DVD right there. So 5 S&P as well. Or sorry, 3 S&P as well. So there you go. Do that. And if you got the spare change, you want to hit us up, donate a little bit over here to TPS Productions. Our Patreon is right there. Oh yeah. So that's all we. Oh my God, sorry. I'm getting fired, ain't I? Yeah, that's all we got. Thank you for watching.